You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So we have one of the most significant fights of the year, at least next year, 2025, when it comes to David Benavidez versus David Morrell. The two boogeymen are fighting against each other. The two fighters that Canelo Alvarez has been avoiding for years are now creating their own lane to greatness. This is a 50-50 fight. You have two fighters that are the same size. They both fight at 168, and they both move to 175 at the exact same time. Speaking of them being the same size, Demetrius Andrade, who lost to David Benavidez, was clearly smaller than Benavidez, and he gave a very, very interesting breakdown of how this fight may play out. This is what he said to Fight Hub. Because he was a big, strong guy, he was able to absorb it. He weighed a lot heavier than me. After Benavidez fought Alexander Gvozdyk at 175, he said, I can still make 168 because he felt the weight difference. He couldn't do what he can do when he's not the weight bully. Now, he's in a good matchup against David Morrell. It's two guys the same size. I think David Morrell is talented. I don't know if he has the experience to actually beat David Benavidez. Morrell is a big kid. He has decent speed, but he's a little wild with his punches. That comes with experience, of course. Benavidez has long arms. Morrell is bigger than me. When you're throwing punches at Benavidez, his arms are so long that it's tough to hit him. You have to pinpoint your shots against him. I don't know if Morrell has that in him. I'm a sharpshooter, and David was able, with his length, to block a lot of the shots from me. So, you've got to set him up with some clean walking trap shots. You know, Demetrius Andrade, he pretty much confirmed what I have been saying about that fight between Andrade and David Benavidez. You have some fans trying to imply that David Benavidez, he likes to get hit. You know, he doesn't care if he gets hit. He just walks through punches, and that was not the case. I've been telling you guys for the longest, David Benavidez, he hardly ever got hit in that fight against Andrade, and Andrade just explained why. Because he has those really long arms, and it's easier for him to protect his entire body and his head, kind of like Winky Wright used to do. Now, I'm not trying to say David Benavidez's defense is impeccable. I'm just saying when he steps up in competition, and especially when he's fighting against a sharpshooter, someone who's a good counterpuncher, he definitely steps his defense game up. So it will be interesting to see how David Morrell cracks that shell. But while David Benavidez does step his defense game up, at the same time, he is very slow on his feet. He is flat-footed. He's going to be right in front of David Morrell, which is going to give Morrell more opportunities to set something up. See, because unlike Demetrius Andrade, Morrell is the same size as David Benavidez, so he will be able to stand in front of Morrell more comfortably than Andrade was. And this is not to imply that Morrell is going to stand in front of Benavidez all night. In fact, I don't even know if Benavidez is going to stand in front of Morrell the entire night, because this is going to be a high-level, aggressive chess match. And Morrell, he showed a good chin when he moved up in his debut at 175 against Hot Rod, Radvoje Kalajic. Hot Rod had 29 wins with 21 knockouts, and he caught Morrell with a couple of clean shots in that fight. And once again, this is a natural light heavyweight. In fact, because styles make fights, I think Hot Rod, he would have made David Benavidez look terrible in that fight. There's even a chance he would have beat Benavidez. But with that being said, now that Benavidez and Morrell have gotten their feet wet at the new weight class, this is a 50-50 fight. So the fight is in February, and the cool thing about this is the Bivol versus Beterbiev rematch is in February as well. So this is pretty much like a tournament at 175, because the winner of Benavidez-Morrell is going to fight the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. The closer we get to this fight, the more of a breakdown and prediction I'm going to give on this fight. With that being said, that's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.